welcome. If this video is not for you, these discussion videos, please do not worry. I have reviewed Rambo, linked here, and I've also reviewed Ad Astra, linked here. So please do go and check those two movie reviews out. But today, we're looking at some industry news. This is a rumor. I must stress, it is a rumor. But it's one that I actually can get on board with. And I'll explain why. Disney losing confidence in Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, due to Spider-Man. It's not what it seems. They're losing confidence in the direction, allegedly, of how to handle Brie Larson's Captain Marvel moving forwards, because the initial plans were to have her go up alongside Spider-Man, Tom Holland, in an effort to humanize her more. Now, the reason why I can get on board with this, did you know, ladies and gentlemen, did you know comic book sales of Captain Marvel have been spiking? I know. How does that pair up with this? Well, it's because, check this out, she's supposed to die. So, yeah, I can get on board with this as a rumour. People want to tune in to see Carol Danvers die. It's something which they're doing actively in the comics. And Marvel Comics is not a massive reflection on the movie universe. But when they want to phase things out of popularity, and they don't want to earn some money from them, they do it with the comics as well. In fact, that's kind of the first thing they do. X-Men, for instance, when Ike Perlmutter was in charge, he started to phase out the X-Men and was pushing the people on the moon. I literally can't even remember what they're called. Inhumans. Started pushing them. So the comics can reflect the movie universe, or soon-to-be movie universe. Now let's get into this. A new rumour claims that Disney has lost confidence in Brie Larson and Captain Marvel, which, again, if we're thinking about it as a rumour, because it is just a rumour, but let's look at the evidence. Where's that Captain Marvel movie that they promised? Where's the second one? You know, where's her leading the charge? Where's her being the face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is what she was touted as? Gone on record. Kevin Feige has gone on record and said that this was what's going to be happening. Where is it? For someone that was, you know, we knew when we'd see Iron Man next. We've known for ages, every single time. We even know now when we're going to see Iron Man next. Or at least hear him. So, well, in fact, we even know that he's going to be in Black Widow. So we know at all times when we're going to be seeing Iron Man. Brie Larson's Captain Marvel? Not the same. This is the leader of the cinematic universe. The face. And we don't know when we're seeing her next. Interesting. Starts to add up, doesn't it? It's claimed that Disney, Marvel Studios and Kevin Feige were going to use Spider-Man and Tom Holland to help make Brie Larson and Captain Marvel more likeable in the MCU. But now that Spider-Man is gone, Disney is worried about the future of Captain Marvel. Team-ups work. They've worked very well for Marvel. And Captain Marvel's Brie Larson, without a more likeable character to bounce off of, nah, son. Interestingly enough, as seen in Spider-Man Far From Home, Tom Holland is the first to have name-dropped Captain Marvel in the MCU. What is also interesting is that Brie Larson was, again, this is what goes under my opening monologue, was supposed to be the face of the MCU going forward, the new leader of the Avengers, and the most powerful character in the MCU. However, Kevin Feige didn't announce Captain Marvel 2 as being part of their Phase 4 slate. He did say, yeah, it's due on the way, but never said anything. Now, this is a heavily female-oriented Phase 4 slate. And Feige only hinted at the sequel being announced in the future. Captain Marvel 2 has no writer, no director, no release date, or start of production announced, or even hinted at. And yes, they could keep it secret, but that's so incredibly unlikely. We knew everything about Captain Marvel. We'd seen the train scenes as they were filming it. They wouldn't have been able to do this They're not able to do this that secretively. They just can't. It should also be pointed out that Marvel is apparently bringing back Robert Downey Jr. for their Phase 4 plans. So again, what I said in the opening. As Tony Stark is said to be coming back for the Black Widow prequel, and Robert Downey Jr. is also rumoured for an Ironheart Disney series. So he's supposed to come back in some shape or form, maybe a voice, maybe a hologram, who knows. Now obviously if Brie Larson was the new face of the MCU going forward, Captain Marvel and Carol Danvers would be a big part of Phase 4. Presently, they are not. Which makes perfect sense. Now, this is all over on Overlord DVD YouTube channel, so I know nothing of this YouTube channel, which is why I've said this is a rumour from the start. But it does go hand in hand with things. It starts to pile up. Evidence starts to show. But they state that all is not well with Captain Marvel. Right? Disney is having Brie Larson fatigue, and they've lost confidence in her and in the direction they're moving with Captain Marvel. Now they also went on to stress that this is to be considered a rumour, but Marvel had plans for Captain Marvel, but those plans were utterly derailed by the loss of Spider-Man to Sony. Apparently Marvel have realised that Captain Marvel, that's so annoying isn't it, Marvel have realised that Captain Marvel, god damn, they've realised that she is a little stiff and a bit unlikable. So Marvel was counting on pairing her up with Spider-Man in order to humanise and balance her out a bit. I can believe it. Now, the YouTuber goes on to claim that Spider-Man was going to be used as a second banana to Captain Marvel, meaning she would have belittled Spidey in order to prop herself up. Spidey would have been the butt of jokes and would have brought much-needed humour to Carol Danvers, which is kind of what we already saw anyway, because that's what she was doing to Nick Fury. So again, I can believe it. There's some evidence to support that. It's also said that Captain Marvel would have humiliated Spider-Man in order to promote Disney's PC feminist agenda that shows females as being better than males. Sony's saving Spider-Man from Disney and Marvel. So regarding Sony, the YouTuber claims that unfortunately for Marvel, Sony has other plays for Spider-Man, plans that don't involve Spidey being second best and I'm not going to repeat that, to Brie Larson's Captain Marvel. Now, yeah, apparently, you know, they're stuck with the rigid, unlikable hero with no personality and no plan moving forward. Now, yeah, I mean, look. Could this be true? Yeah, it definitely could be. I'm not going to repeat the other stuff. You know, we're talking about, you know, opinions on Captain Marvel being not all it's cracked up to be and all of this kind of nonsense, which is what this YouTuber's gone on to say. I will say that, look, it obviously has its target audience, and it's obviously succeeded for, you know, a reason. It has an audience. But moving forwards, is that core audience going to watch every single movie? No. No, they're probably not. They're probably only going to be fans of the Captain Marvel movies. So having someone be the face of the MCU who only has a core audience that will only tune into their movies, but not tune into the big team-up movies, probably not wise for Marvel. Again, it's undeniable that Captain Marvel made good money, because it did make good money. That's something which we can't take away from it. No matter how much you hate the thing and, you know, send all vitriol and spite this way, it's fine. It made money. But Marvel is not smart to peg all of their bets on Captain Marvel being the leader of the MCU when they know full well that a large portion of their main core audience doesn't like the character. So this does make some sense. But it'll be interesting to see how it progresses moving forwards and just where it lines up and where it lands, because they do have other characters that they can bounce Captain Marvel off. So, is this the end of Captain Marvel? No, it's not. Does this make some sense with what we've already heard? Yeah, it does. No Captain Marvel 2 planned, right? No plans for Captain Marvel. We don't know when she's going to be showing up next. We've heard nothing about any future team-ups or any other movies. In fact, we're even knowing about Ms. Marvel more than we know about the next Captain Marvel. So there's some issues going on, I think, behind the scenes. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know down below. And also, like I said, Captain Marvel sales have been spiking because she's about to die. Ha! Which is quite funny, really, isn't it? New character gets introduced and she gets pegged for death. Great stuff. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. If you didn't check out my movie reviews, please do go and check them out. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.